marksman. That's why now you get the understanding, or the explanation rather, of why they went Harith. It's a deny pick. That was what TLID would have wanted to go for with the S16, and now they're forced to play another marksman in the claw. That's going to be a weak side again, plus the glue. Now the Joy can get a lot of value too with the glue. You can constantly dash, it's basically unlimited, you can come and clean them up. You already have a Harith on your side, so there's no way that TLID can even counter it here. And remember, they don't really have too much peel. Their peel is like, well, Gata is very conditional. He needs to land the AOG. Joy, way too quick.
It's looking really tough. I like the glue when it comes down to surviving initially, right, with the split. But aside from surviving in the front line, there's not much that he can do. That's the Hayabusa, man. I said if they really needed it, they had that as an option. And that's the beauty of flex picking, right?
Able to wrap this up with a 2-0. Or will TLID bounce back and force a game 3?
Desperate times call for desperate measures, but TLID are still just drafting for their comfort instead of taking away some of these big prio picks like the Baksha. Let's see if they can get it done in their own version of MLBB, or will EVOS prevail with the adaptations made from week 2?
I'm immediately curious about how Key is going to play this out, because again, he's not really a dynamic type of tank, and we know he kind of falters on the more passive type of tanks, but Sway Low, look at the immediate roam, while Key clears the jungle, allowing Albert to farm so much faster here. That's the key factor. EVOS has winning lanes and they have a fast farmer, so Albert is gonna be busy, man. He's gonna be trying to farm up a storm right here. And if we look at the emblems by Games Max, I think we can see that he, with a thrill, is going for more damage. For TLID, tenacity on Kabuki even, so he understands he is an absolute danger.
Once again, survivability is the name of the game. Kabuki!
Oh!
Goes for its first blood over to Albert, man. Easy pick with Key getting the shield unity. And even gets the gold crab too! TLID unable to secure it, and Witty is gonna get taken low. Still, good purify from Erlan to escape.
The proactiveness, man, from EVOS. Right, they have so much clear there with the Baksha helping with the roam. So even though Sway Low is solo clearing in the mid lane, TLID failed to actually capitalize and find anything with that early pressure. So Fabian on the Selena isn't really able to get anything of value. Now they're trying to roam around. But again, they're always one step behind, and here comes Key.
Okay, this is good poke over to Witty there. Puts in the anti-regen too as Rendy pops in the Bravest Spider. Joe will have to back away, all the way back to his own jungle. Good pistol arrow coming down, but Fabian's still going in. Rendy gets a free kill with a better airstrike of Sway Low helping him. They try to force it, and now it's an all-out win for EVOS. What?
Oh, Cavalry limping slowly, and EVOS, they go for the strike early on. They have this lead mounted on TLID. They have a weak side gold laner with a death to his name too. This will just slow all the progress made by TLID.
Man, that was a great move by Rendy though. He was on that Bravest Fighter for so long, and he was so patient with it, knowing exactly who he wanted. And that's the kind of burst damage you don't really expect from an EXP laner. Bravest Fighter with the better airstrike, and Joe just did not get to play the game.
So now though, we'll have to take a look at how TLID responds to this. The Sunshin on the other side, heavily pressured. The Baksha, hands of Key, very heavy two-feather airstrike.
Oh man, with Albert's shadow kill, way too much for Fabian to handle. Usually it's Fabian on that Hayabusa, but Albert is showing levels here in game number 2. Another quad shadow over to Kabuki, and they jump in under the turret. Kabuki gets away with a sliver of health. Has to flicker, has to ultimate, and has to give lane. Wait, he's staying!
Wow.
He pops into Poissons! That was a bad move, Kabuki! He was already delayed of a recall, but he decides to stay, and now it might just be a turn. Sway Low walks up, feather airstrike comes in! A good missile arrow landing, the AOG as well, back to back on Sway Low. But take a look at Erlan, who's just feasting on the turret up top. Albert looking for the play again. Fabian, can he escape? Quad shadow on the shadow kill. No flicker means it's just GG. Albert picks up a killing spree.
Rashi, it's getting from bad to worse for TLID.
is just how fast they're around the map right now. Key isn't really setting plays up, but when you have so much playmaking individually, right, to go for the shadow kills, to go for the bravest fighters, you don't need Key to set up for you, it seems. And EVOS are just using that to completely abuse TLID.
Oh man, Randy! With the bravest fighter diving in, finding the kill on Aran.
Ah, the new kid on the block. Seems like he is used to the pressure, the stage here in MPL ID. And the aggression we mentioned, Arashi, the aggressive playstyle that he has, comes to fruition, and it comes very quickly for EVOS.
And EVOS are playing well around it as well. We saw earlier, though, there was at the moment where TLID are able to... Oh, never mind. Never mind what I was about to say, man. Albert just takes the game and runs with it, dude. I was about to say that Sway Low can still get punished, right? That is what TLID were trying to get with the AOG, with the Selena as well. But it doesn't matter. EVOS are running around them.
Oh my Lord, Flicker from Sway Low gets the shot in the end. Trades it for Key. Rendy gets the turret. The conversion on objectives, beautiful by EVOS.
Oh
Yep.
man, at this
them.
point, it's just like you have to pick your poison, man. Do you want to save your spells, your ultimates, your battle spells for the Feather Airstrike or the Bravest Fighter? Do you want to save it for the Bravest Fighter or the Shadow Kill? Like every one of them right now is a solo kill threat.
Man, EVOS are putting TLID in a lose-lose situation right here. Even Rendy making his way up top. Just going for the rotations. The Lapu has been so solid too. But it seems like EVOS, like you said, the movement around the map, very quick, very swift, very nimble too, especially now with the Boxy in the hand of Key, enables them to unlock territories never reached before. And look at Key camping in the red buff. He wants to look for Joe here, but Joe will check. And yeah, Key gets spotted.
Oh man.
At least now they are moving together. S4, will this be a fight? Let's break out!
They are again utilizing so many of the resources to get their orange buff to barge into their own jungle. And yes, you want to get your Yi Shin fed up, but at this point, you're giving away too much for the buffs. EVO's gonna take a turret, now they're gonna go for the kill as well. And even if they don't get the kill, it's a free Turtle 3 over to EVOS.
Right. The Retri was used by TLID here earlier. Doesn't matter. Albert doesn't even need it at this point. And even when they're snowballing and just playing this aggressive style, they're still so aware about the side lane, the far lane. And they're sending Rendy there or someone else. You know, they can send anyone. They can send Key, Rendy, or even Sway Low to clear. Again, mobility has been the name of the game for this past day, 2 matches.
So now the question is, what does TLID do, Arashi? It seems like they're clueless, they don't know what to do. Is there even a way for them to come back in this game?
They can go for some kind of shutdown, I guess. In a full-on team fight, I guess Kabuki, if he does really well, if TLID can kind of extend this game really, really far, then Kabuki can still carry, do damage. They do have 2 marksmen after all, TLID, but can they even, delay the game here? They don't have clear.
Yeah, I don't think so. Purple buff gonna be taken, turret gonna be taken up top as well. TLID are just turtling around. Not even their turret in the top lane. It's oh man, Aran forced to use second skill. Spread over. Witty goes in, but Swalo just walks up. Erlan pops in his Mon Force, and now it's Witty for sure. He can try an AOG out, but he gets bursted way too quickly. Shadow kill by Albarabam over to the back, able to get Kabuki low. But that's about it. Joe, oh man, struggling to walk in his own jungle. Rendy might be going for the bravest fighter. Goes for the stun. Let's see. Actually hasn't used the stun just yet. No skill 1 yet. There you go. Let's get the stun, locking him down. Bravest fighter! Joe gets away. Feather Airstrike though. Oh! Snipes him down. Oh man, Aran brings Key to safety instead of the turret. And it will be free for EVOS to take the tier 2s. Holy shield in the mid lane. Pop down already. Bottom lane gonna be following Elbow! Dies with the shadow kill, gets Kabuki! Bravest fighter by Rendy! Witty slashed down by the new XP on the block. It's an abyssal arrow landing on Rendy, but it just tickles him. A base turret taken down 8 minutes in. TLID in shambles. By the airstrike coming down over to Joe Albert again with the quad shadow. Getting Fabian, goes godlike. He's 1 HP, but TLID just can't take him down.
The minions still marching to the mid lane. At least now 2 spawns coming in for TLID. Kabuki is here to help clear the wave too. But the cavalry are crumbling without their horses now. And the white tigers, their fangs just biting to TLID. They look completely clueless. EVOS are running around them.
And this is the kind of EVOS you want to see, dude. The risk, the YOLO factor. You're seeing Albert go for dive, sway low, go for these weird flicker plays. This is how you want EVOS to actually be doing. And with a 10k snowball, they can do whatever they want. TLID, they're on the defensive, and again, they don't have good wave clear. Their real best bet is to try and catch EVOS off guard and get 1 or 2 kills and then win a fight that way. But that's only step 1 in like a 10-step guide on how to come back against EVOS right now.
TLID down 11k gold. That's all in the hands of EVOS, plundering on the loot. TLID, meanwhile, Swalo has the Divine Glaive to go. Penetration will be there to add more insult to injury, but TLID, they're boxed in their base. They can't do anything. Even Key is screening for them. So now, it seems like it's a mountain to climb for TLID. They don't have a way, per se, to come back to this game because EVOS, they're not toning down the pressure at all. They're not stopping down. They're not pressing the brakes. They want to go in even more.
Why would they? With a 12,000 gold lead, he finds already with the follow-up, but the bravest fighter again pops the flicker, and it is just the pace that they're looking for. Shadow kill. Zaman force everything in the kitchen sink thrown at TLID to prolong the lose streak and to turn